What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bravo Zulu podcast. We're here this morning, maybe this afternoon, depending when this drops. Damn, that camera is so good. It catches that one gray hair sticking up right here on that side. You see that joint? Your boy has lived a stressed 20 years. Tonight's episode, or this afternoon's episode, today's episode, let's talk about not just sports betting, but the online, in your pocket phone app, access to ruining your life betting going on. All right. So I was really spinning this around in my head, thinking, I watch a lot of news and they talk about all this. And I was like, man, this is going to fuck up the military, right? Like, so many military coming in Monday morning and they sit and shoot the shit and talk about all the sports ball games from the day prior, the basketball games during the basketball season, NFL time's wrapping up. So, you know, the playoffs, it's all Monday night, this and that. And now with online betting, DraftKings, Polymarket, Kalshi, whatever other one you might know about, right? And this isn't me promoting them. I think they're disgusting. I'm not for it. I'm not going to judge you if you do it, but I think there's better ways to spend money and get your fix. Don't do drugs, though. All right. So it's not good. Okay. It's not good. I don't like it. But again, you do you. But what really got me thinking, if you watch NFL, and I've seen some games lately, and I keep my ears to the streets, there's a lot of, did you see what happened in that game? That's such bullshit. I think it's rigged. Right? There's a lot of that, especially this season. I've been paying attention more to it as I'm paying attention to this online betting scene. And as I'm paying attention to that, I'm seeing a lot of reports of like bad calls that change the complete game, and not just change the game, but they change the outcome of the betting scene. And I was talking to my boy last night. If you're watching us on stream, it might have been before, but talking about how ESPN even now, they right on their front desk, or when they got their 4 talking heads in their desk, DraftKings, right there in front of you. It's just telling you and inviting you to come participate in it. And then they even talk about, I don't watch it, but I was told that they even talk about the betting lines now. And not just, I know for the longest time, they always had like, oh, the Vegas odds are this. Okay, cool. But now it's like a whole segment on, you tell me in the comments, are they doing advice on how to bet, where to bet, what the best prop bets are? I think it's crazy. And those prop bets have been going on a long time. It's always been, not always, but I don't know, at least when I was a kid, like, what color is the Gatorade going to be at the end of the Super Bowl, right? Pick your color, put down some money, maybe you win something. How long is the halftime show going to be? You know, what songs are they going to sing? Who's going to be the surprise artist? Just dumb little things that people try to make a lot of money on. It reminds me a lot of the Griswold's family vacation when they go to Vegas, and the dad Griswold, Chevy Chase, he like sucks at all the games, but then he finds the little corner street, and it's all the games. It's like paper, rock, scissors for him. It's like, guess which hand the coin is in for him, and he's still losing. That's what all this online betting reminds me of. All right. Don't forget, and here's the point I have up here. Back, I think it was 2010, NFL rebranded themselves or reorganized their actual business legally to not be sports, but to be entertainment. What other sports entertainment is most widely known? Wrestling. And wrestling is fake. Sorry, don't mean to hurt your feelings. It's not fake. It's scripted and rehearsed. Is that what the NFL is doing now? If you look at the tape and you look at how many things are out there about the problems and the bad calls and the situational wrong choices that would never have been made, you know, something like you're getting blown out, there's 10 seconds to go, and you're rushing out the field goal team to kick a field goal, like a 45-yard field goal, not even a chip shot, but just hoping a 45-yard field goal, like not a chip shot, but it's challenging maybe for some kickers. And what happens with that? You make it, and what happens? Boom, spread covered. Boom, you're on the over, not the under, and the under was the most contested, like the highly most bet, the most frequently bet. There's all kinds of things out there. You know what I'm talking about if you've been watching sports. Okay. So how is that going to impact the military? We're going to get there. Let's run through some other points first, right? So the sports isn't just, it's entertainment now. It's not sport. It's not competitive sport. It's entertainment. And with entertainment means you have to be suspicious of it. Okay. You have to think like reality TV is being produced. It's not reality. They're not just catching everything just as real as it is. It's saying, hey, you could do that. You could do this. You could do that. Like, it's being produced and manufactured. Okay. So the line between it of entertainment and pure competitiveness, how do we know where that's at? How do we know that we're getting 100% real, authentic competition out there on the field, on the court, on the pitch? So if we don't, and the questions are already out there, right? We're already challenging that. And now all of these online markets are growing and coming to fruition and being pushed upon you, right? They are. It's just like fucking Pfizer sponsoring everything on CNN, right? If everything is DraftKings, they want you, especially young males of all ages, but males and young males, they want you downloading the app and they want you investing in this, okay? Why? Because, as it says on the whiteboard today, the house always wins. You might win sometimes, but the house always wins, okay? And I like to think of it like this too. If it's on your phone, right? If it's an app that's downloaded on your phone for you to participate in something, then there is levels of math that have been invested in that you don't understand to make you keep coming back for more, to keep you losing, and to keep you looking for the next, in the gamer session, the next dope check, that dopamine rush of like, oh, I hit, yeah, and then you fucking keep going, right? You cannot argue with this. It's all there. The algorithms, right? The red alert button that makes you stop and look at it every time, right? That's why I turn notifications off. Notifications off on everything. I don't fucking care if you're hitting up my phone, okay? Not that I don't have my phone with me, but I turn my notifications off so I'm not always looking or listening to it. All right, let's keep going here. We're talking about the house always wins, right? Look at the odds, right? And then some of them I see that it's like the bet is they make it in pennies, so it's like a penny slot machine. So it feels good because it's like, it's just pennies. I'm not even really betting. I'm not betting $100. I'm betting, 1,000 pennies, which is only what, $10 or something. But you know what I mean? Like 10,000 pennies. It makes it seem so much less, right? And for your outcome, right? Again, the bottom line of it is they're not there for you. These platforms, right, are not there for you. They're there to take from you. So use cautiously, use advisedly. I would suggest you go look up, one of the ones breaking out on the scene right now is Kalshi, Kalshi, I believe. If you go look up some of their CEO comments about how he wants to get the market of opinion in your pocket to be bet on, right? That sounds fucking crazy. Like, we're living in a future dystopian, Minority Report, fucking crazy world with all this, right? Very idiocracy, very just not good, all right? Look at the Maduro snatch and grab. Somebody on Polymarket bet that Maduro was going to be captured on that day. What was that, January 3rd or something, right? 2nd or 3rd, whatever it was. Someone made that bet just randomly, just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick this one. Put down like $20,000-$30,000 or something. Look it up to get the details right. Put down that's a large sum of money. Okay, who in their mind would just fucking be like, you know what? I got 30 grand in the bank. I'm just gonna go for this January 2nd, 3rd, whatever it was. I'm just gonna throw it there and we'll see what happens. Let it ride. Just let that ride. No big deal. Just 30 stacks, like easy day. Easy. They hit for 400,000 plus. Who does that? Someone on the inside who knows what was going to happen and could put it like if I had that intel that, all right, yeah, this is going to happen on one of these 2 days, I'd go take out a fucking loan. I'd take a $60,000 loan out, put 30 on each, right? And you hit for 400, you coming up. It don't matter. You coming up for the 340, right? Like, you're going to risk, if you know, like, you have a very high level of certainty because you're on the inside helping make the plans, executing the plans maybe, right? Or privy to the information, like, that's, it's all rigged. It's all rigged, right? Or if it's not rigged, we're only going down the very slippery, oiled up metal slide of it being very corrupt. Nothing is out there ever produced for you to make money, right? Tell me in the history of lifetime when someone created something and it would profit them zero, but profit you everything. Has never happened. All right, let's go. Keep going here. The real world scandals, right? If you've been paying attention to the news, wasn't Chauncey Billups got caught up in some stuff? There's some NBA, some college point shaving, throwing games and things. There's some in college baseball. I'm going to link some links down in the description below to some of these articles. You go check them out yourself. But it's already happening, right? I don't think they found anything. Well, was it 10, 15 years ago or something? They got that one NFL ref that was involved in some stuff. He got in trouble. So there's that case. A lot more of these cases are coming up right now. And it's not just about any one sport. It's all sports. The point is, it's ripe for corruption now. We all love watching Training Day, right? They go make the bust, they kill the dude, they get the money, they make the split. Yes, one, that's all for Denzel to pay off, what he needs to pay off. But two, let's think about why people do that. Why do people default into that corrupt, stealing money way? Usually because they feel they're not getting paid enough money, right? The job's too dangerous. It's not worth it. So they're going to start skimming off the top. It doesn't matter what organization you're in. Even in the Navy, how many sailors do you know that have, maybe did some BAH fraud, maybe done some DTS fraud? It happens out there. Oh, I'm just, I'm on travel and I'm going to use my government travel card to go to the inappropriate gentleman's club. You hear these stories all the time, right? And as common as it is in society, when we get to them kind of trickling up to these organizations like sports, where you think, oh no, it's competition, it's sports, it's just them in the trenches going at it, best man, best woman wins. We're finding out that this isn't the case, and it's going to be all a lie to us. All right. So what does that mean? Again, let's get it to us as the leaders, right? I know we love sports in the military. We're just a smaller sample size of overall society. So that means we love sports. There's always sports days. There's wear your jersey day. I remember when I was a new chief at NIWIC, every Monday morning I was in there trolling and screaming and yelling and getting everybody out of their chair talking about LeBron sucks, this person's better, what's going on here, just having a ball of a time, right? People are so emotionally invested in a team that doesn't care about them, doesn't know who they are, doesn't know when something's bad happening in their life. You're so emotionally invested in that. It's like crazy, right? I tell people it's crazy all the time. I heard some of the guys were talking about it in the shop the other day about the high school kids coming down for the Navy All-American Bowl. Great event. Heard it went well. Great recruiting opportunity. Awesome. They're like, man, these boys are so big. Their hands, they're like, Urgh. I was like, yo, it's really weird that you guys are talking about fucking how big 18-year-old boys are. Like, it's just fucking weird. I don't care. You sound weird. He grabbed my hand, and it was just a big old bear paw. I'm like, shut up. You guys sound goofy. I was being fun with it, but also, like, that's how I feel about it. Like, it's a weird take. Leave it alone. Stop idolizing these other men, these other women, these sports. They don't care about you. Again, You go buy all these jerseys, you go buy all this fan equipment, all these things, and all you're doing is giving them away the money. And what do they give you? Nothing but high blood pressure when your team sucks and losing out the playoffs. Or you think that you're smart enough that you can. Oh, you know what? I know ball, as they say nowadays, right? I know ball, so I know the bets. I know. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're not gonna win. You might win every now and then. I'm not saying like you're gonna lose every bet. Someone's got to win the bet, right? But overall, you're not gonna win. It's a bad thing to have. So as I was saying, let's take it back into the military office, right? Back in the division, back at quarters, right? I think it's like the next payday. It's going to be the next payday loan problem. We're going to be having sailors in this gambling debt that we're not going to know about, that they're not going to share, that's going to start impacting their livelihoods because it is so quick access, right? And we're just talking about sports gambling there. Don't forget, I mentioned Kalshi and how that CEO wants to move everybody into a betting situation of opinion, right? How much, when you feel strongly about something, right? Legalizing weed, your Second Amendment rights, like in any of these things, you're pro-life, pro-choice, like which one are you? These things are going to be put on these markets for you to bet on, right? Let's say your state, wherever you live, is going to be talking about passing laws on legalizing weed, which a lot already are, but this is a pretty like easy thing to talk about here. And it's on the market. It's on Polymarket, and it says, hey, Iowa yes to weed, Iowa no to weed. Just picked Iowa for funds. Okay. And people start seeing where it's going, right? People start making the bets. People are like, they have a strong opinion about it, and they want legalized marijuana. The others don't want it. And it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. How easy is it going to be for someone in an elected office, a politician, as corrupt as they already fucking are, right, to look at that, tell a family member to make up a burner account, give that family member some money, or they're probably dumb enough to do it themselves, right? Jump through some hoops, get their third LLC removed from their name to drop, a $50,000 bet on yes or no. And they know they're just holding out to be the tie-breaking vote. And they break the tie for what they bet on. Doesn't matter yes or no, right? They just break the tie for what they vote on. Boom. Huge money. That's the place we're going with this. And it's important that we're explaining how corrupt this is to our sailors. Should it come up in conversation? I'm not saying go just like break down the door and be like, we're going to talk about this. I'm saying if you're hearing sailors talk about it, if you're hearing service members talk about it, you might want to talk about it with them. Hey, man, look, don't, again, you can't stop them, right? Hey, don't bet more than you could afford to lose, right? Do you understand that there's the algorithm that you're never going to be up all the way, that it's designed to keep you wanting to come back? It's designed for the house to always win. It's no different than Vegas, okay? Yes, every now and then someone's better than other people, but they're that one person they can afford to have winning because everyone else is losing. And when it's something that big and important, don't be surprised if someone's on the inside being corrupt, pulling the strings to make it go in their direction, as we've seen witness, allegedly, maybe, with a lot of NFL games this year, right? Don't be the role model for it, supporting it. If you do it as a leader, I think it's something you should keep private. You should not be out there talking with your junior sailors about, I hit my parlay. How'd you guys do? Oh, no, let me show you how to do it. This is what you should be hitting on. Hold on. Does everyone, it's Thursday before Friday. Let's all lock in our fantasy, lineups and this. I think all that is not good as leader. I know this because I had leaders when I was a seaman. I've said this before, that they gambled with me, right? They were looking to hustle me out of my money in a friendly way, but still, like, gambling, like, is to get someone else to give you money. Here I am, seaman apprentice, hardly making shit, making decent money. I'm overseas, but compared to them making shit, and they want me to toss quarters at the wall with them, and whoever's closest wins, and they're just taking quarters off me, $5 a day, and I'm a sucker and I go for it, and every now and then, I get a couple bucks back, right? I ain't saying I haven't done it. I've been there. That's what I'm talking about, it, chat. I've been there, right? And just imagine you looking at your sailors and telling them where to lock in their parlay, where to lock in their lineups, right? Making the handshake on a bet with the junior sailor. Bad look. That's a bad look. Don't do it. That's my suggestion. Don't do it. Highly recommend don't do it. It's going to put you in a really bad spot to be the leader that you should be if you're out there gambling and betting and giving advice on that with your sailors. If you know sailors that are doing it, get them to their command financial specialist. Make sure they got a budget. You know what? And if they're not going to give it up, make sure they got a budget and that it's budgeted in to their monthly expenses. Hey, yeah, you know what? I love gambling and, excuse me, sorry. Sorry. I have the snifflies. They're not going to give up gambling. Hey, look, then budget. How much can you afford to gamble? Right? Hey, you know what? I want to gamble at least $200 every paycheck. Cool. Work that into a budget. We have to be smart about it because the algorithm, the math, the nerds on the back end of those apps, pretty fucking nerdy. All right. They're going to outsmart you on it. So let's do that. Overall, I would recommend not doing it at all. It's not good. It's going to be the next payday loan thing. Watch. We're going to get a lot of information talking about how not to get our sailors to do that. I don't know, although a lot of states and people have done things against payday loans. Unfortunately, this is like big tech, and they're in the pockets of politicians getting all this stuff to be passed. So we're kind of fucked there. That's all we got for today, chat. Be safe with your money. Make smart decisions, okay? You don't want to lose your career or your livelihood because the fucking Green Bay Packers fucking beat the Dallas Cowboys on a fucking 4th and 1 at the 50, and it was a Hail Mary miracle of a 3-tip pass into an interception fumble recovered by Brett Favre for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got. We out. We'll see you tomorrow.